Hi everyone, thanks for stopping in today. Today I was taking out the ends of some of my dreads. This is kind of like a updated dread video, if you will, to just kind of show you where we're at and how things are progressing. I will put in some stills here, but what I'm doing today is I am taking out some of my ends. I had done this once before, and I do have a video that shows what it looks like before, but I'm also going to show you again here. Here I am taking out most of my blunted ends, as you can see. It has grown out, my hair has grown out tremendously. About a year ago, I cut it up to my shoulders, and as you can see by the still picture that I'll insert here, you can see that they are now down to almost my ace. There is the longer one that you will see. This is him. He was one of my original dreads that I have not cut since I put him in, just so I could see where they would be if I hadn't cut them. I've cut them now maybe four times in the 12 or 13 years that I've had them. Actually, I think they're going on 14 years now that I say that out loud. But I have cut them 3 to 4 times. Each time I've cut them a little bit shorter. There was one point when I was first starting them. As I was saying, I've cut them 3 or 4 times now in the last 14 years that I've had them. The last time I did cut them up to my shoulders because as they were growing and as I was keeping them up and making them and putting them in, there was a spot there when they were at my shoulder length that they looked really good. And so I thought, oh, let me take them back up to my shoulders and just see if that makes a difference. See if I can keep them there at that length. But I did want them to grow out longer, so I did let them go. I haven't cut them now for about a year. I did at one time take out most of the ends and let them be just for something a little bit different, and then I wound up putting them back into the blunted ends like this and or cutting them off. But I'm back to a spot where I do want a little bit of a change, so I am going to take out some of the ends, and I thought I'd take you along for the ride because as I was doing it yesterday, I really liked the sounds of the comb. As you can see, I've already been through one comb. It is a lot of work, and this just goes, you'll see that you can take your dreads out this way rather than cutting them. It's just time consuming, tedious, and you'll lose a lot of hair in the process. But if you're just cutting them off at the roots anyway, you're going to lose all that hair anyway. So I am going to do that. And at some point when I do decide to take them out, this is the hair I've lost so far, just working with the ends that I've done. I may try to take them all out this way. I did take all my bangs out a few years back so that I could have something to work with around my face and frame my face, and then I wind up pulling it all back into a big old bun anyway for work. So I may either put those dreads back in or I may leave them and braid them. But anyway, enough of me chatting. Let me go ahead and get this started so you can enjoy some sounds. Thank you. And of course today it's been super quiet, but the minute I decide to sit down and do a video, someone decides to come out and do their yard work. Yay, but I will try to edit out or black out that sound as much as I can. All right, and we will start from scratch with this one. I'm basically taking my comb and just starting in to the ends, and I'll move it closer so you can hear. This is one that I started a little bit earlier, so he's well on his way to coming out, and I'm trying to decide decide the length that I want the ends to be. The last time I took them out, it did curl up rather nicely. They were very smooth and sleek, and they had a little bit of a curl and wave to them, which really turned out nice. Basically, you just kind of go in to where you can feel the dread is still dreaded, and you just take and break up the knots and then comb them through. I do apologize. I did close both windows, and I can still hear the construction out there. Hopefully, you'll be able to hear this instead of that. Let's move that out of the way here. I have it up close so that you can hear it. Here's one. Let's go ahead and get this started. And a lot of my ends were frazzling and razzling anyway, so we'll start out with that. It is a tedious process. And I, of course, put my own dreads in when my hair was very, very short. I started them with the twist and rip method, and then I crocheted them almost daily for about 3 months. Mine locked up really fast. I did wear the satin bonnet to bed. Now that they're so long, I just put them in a high pony on the top of my head and flip them over my pillow because they are very uncomfortable to sleep in. A lot of people were like, oh, dreads, you don't have to do anything to them. You just let them go. No. If you're putting them in and you want them to be pretty, you do have to do a lot of work on them. You have to tighten up your roots as your hair grows out. That in and of itself is a process. I've done all mine by myself. I put in about 70 dreads, and then I took out about 6 around my face because I wanted bangs, or when I put it up in a bun, it looks a little bit more professional. But they are a lot of work. As a matter of fact, I went, I think, twice. I had them done, tightened once up in Portland. The girl was amazing. And she must manage, well, my hair was still short then. So she managed to tighten them all up within about an hour and a very, very reasonable price. Came back home, and about 8 months later, I thought, okay, it was getting really difficult for me to do, and I couldn't get them done in a timely manner. It takes me about 3-4 weeks to tighten up my roots when I do it myself. So I thought, oh, I'm going to go and have somebody do them. Haha, I was in the chair for 8 hours. It cost me almost $200. After that, I'm like, nope, I can do them myself. But I must say I am getting lazy. Even though I have the time to do them now, I don't have the ambition or the desire to tighten up my roots. So I'm at a point now where they need to be tightened up, and I need to make a decision. Am I doing it, or am I going to pay somebody to do it? I thought I'd do this first, and then maybe start on tightening the roots. I'm trying to debate whether to take all the ends out or just a few. Last time I believe I did maybe 20 and had blunted and loose wavy ends. This time I'm not sure what I'm doing. Oh, and it helps if I'm in camera and stop talking so you can hear. Sorry. As you can see, we're making progress, but we're also losing a lot of hair. Once I get these out, I will condition them. As you can see, the hair is clean. There is nothing up inside my dreads. A lot of people are always asking, yeah, but are they dirty? Do you have stuff inside them? Even when I've cut them, I've taken one completely apart and clean as a whistle. No anything, no nothing, which makes me very happy. this to kind of grab and snag and pull and loosen the knots. And that's all it is just a series of knots. Normally I'm sitting down, but this camera and this angle are the best I can do right now, so I'm going to have to stand with you. I will show you, and I'm trying to decide whether to take my longest one out. Like I said, in the picture that you'll see, he was my very first dread that I finished. And I have not cut him on any of the occasions where I have cut my dreads. I wanted him to just go and be free, and then that way I'd have some semblance, an idea how long they would have been if I hadn't cut them. And that one does go past my ace. And as you can see, lots of little ends. Let's see, where were we? I think I just grabbed a new one. And you can tell where I cut them when I cut them straight off. Some of that didn't cut. Sorry, we are in a flight path, so of course, helicopters, planes, jets. Things a little bit so that I can sit down. I'll be right back. Let's see if I'm still in camera here. I believe I am. But like I said, I had about 70 dreads. I think I have maybe 60 some now, 64 now. So you can see I did take some out. Worked on some already. Just start with this length for the time being and then go from there, because once I get them all conditioned and pretty, I could just leave them like this and have little bubbles all over the place. Alright, where were we? Just realized, oh, I don't know if that's better.
anniversary specials, you know. Figured I'm gonna be tearing them up anyway and going through them, so. I grabbed another one here. As you can see, this gum is starting to give up. I'm gonna save my pile of scraps to show you what it looks like or how much I've lost once I'm all done with these. This video will probably be 2 parts, the doing and then the after. The after may just be a little short to just show you how they look after they're done. And then I will link the other video here that I did about, I'll check to see the date on it, but I believe it was about 1.5 years, maybe 2 years ago when I did this once before. And the nice thing is I can either there's where we're at so far. I think I'm going to call it good. Bid you all adieu for right now, and then I will see you in the next video after I have washed and conditioned these ends to show you how they smooth out and curl up for me. Awesome, everybody. Thanks for stopping in. I hope you enjoyed the sounds. It was as I was doing it that I realized that we actually had sounds that might be conducive to relaxation or tingles. All right, everyone, take care. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. And I know some of you may have been wondering why I was hanging on to the comb that already lost its teeth, because I can get this end piece in there and just pull it out. There we go. Very helpful. this time. See you in the next video. Bye-bye. This is my original. I will not be taking him out or cutting him, even though he's a little loose here. I can just tighten that up.